G'day everybody, it's story time, and I want to talk about when my life started getting really good. And I was first time I was ever happy, and probably the only happiest time I've had since then, because it hasn't gone good again. But I feel better than what I was back then. I know it has come good because I do more better stuff, as in myself, right? But I want to go back to the last time, my highest little peak, right? And my brother finally went back to church. We used to go to this church that I've talked about over in Albury, right? And my brother joined back up, and he lost his way at one stage. And I was going good, and he needed to hook up with church because that's what I'd talked with him. I said, "Why are you doing that?" And he's like, "Oh, he needs a place to find. He needed to find his way again." So he hooked up to the church over in Albury over there. He's got a big monument over the river there um, as you come in. And he hooked up and he ended up getting married and all that. And I had my jet ski at the time, and I shouldn't have been riding it just yet. I did ride it a few times without a license, right? And I know lots of people that did that too. Lots of people do it. Definitely in areas where there's no one around, right? And what happened is that they went camping one time, just at the bridge there over at Albury. And I joined up and was going to go stay and decided not to because I had other people and other things to do. And my brother set up the camp and they did a thing, and I rocked up with a jet ski because I was going to give some kids a ride on it and stuff. But I think they changed their mind because I didn't have a license, which is fair enough. But I was, capable of riding the jet ski quite fine, right? And anyway, I hooned up and down the river, did some fun with the jet ski, but not long after I got it, the jet ski was meant to have a good engine and everything. It played up, and then I ended up selling it and so on. But not long after all that is where my life started going downhill. Pretty strange, eh? But strange things happen. So my brother was getting reconnected, and then not long after that, things went down with mine, and his went good. So that's why I thought, hey, I'll get into spirituality myself, and I'm going to check it out for once. When I was after I've gone up and then went back down, things went wrong. Even though I was doing nothing wrong, things just start going wrong, right? And then, I had a little complaint with my work, didn't get along with my work, so I ended up leaving my work, right? And everything just started going downhill over the time until I'm where I am now from 5 years ago or so. And so I started getting into spirituality as well, right? And that's what I'm doing. And I could have always gone back over to the Albury place because when they got married, I went to his wedding, which they did at the church over there and all that kind of stuff. And I ended up going there and I did a speech and all that kind of stuff. And I told them that, I'm atheist and I'm a loving person and I do unto others that I believe to be done unto you. That's what I tell most Catholics when they come around and I do a conversation. So I go, I'm an atheist until I can find one that I truly believe, a religion that I can go, yep, and find no fault. And if I do, they'll agree to change it and we can work on it. So that's been with that group, isn't it? Because we all got to do little changes sometimes. We either we get better or we don't, you know what I mean? And so that's why I started what I'm doing. And so I'm hoping one day that I can go over there and have a discussion one day, which I might, I might not, anything can happen. But if I had a vehicle, I would have done this because it makes your life easier and you can get a lot more done quicker, right? Which is, I've been going through, ups and downs through depression is why I'm doing what I've been doing and putting out what I've been putting out because trying to find a new way, trying to connect. But so far, the last 2 years, nothing, which is what I've been talking about, which is strange because you can get on YouTube and it obviously was what people want. And you can see gamers get comments and that only been on 6 months and stuff like it. Maybe it's because they've already had friends and it's just their friends that they're talking to. Just why I put a sign at the front here to try to get word of mouth is more better when it comes to getting recognised on YouTube. You know what I mean, people? But anyway, I thought I'd have a quick chat, quick story time about religion and what my family went through. Because remember I said in the previous story what happened while we left and all that ages ago. And when my brother went back, that's because they had a new pastor, a new owner there and all that kind of stuff is why he wanted to reconnect. But in the end, his partner ended up losing, and they wanted to get married before her partner died, but he ended up dying, and then not long after that, things didn't go too good. Thanks for the bum, and yeah, they didn't end up staying at the church too long. They ended up not going. But I don't know what he's doing now. As I've talked about before, I'm not really getting along with my family at the moment. Last time I really had a good conversation, he had a few drinks and wanted me to sign some papers, and I talked about religion, and that didn't go good. So I hope my brother's gone all right. I've seen him up the street a few times, and I've said, yeah, g'day. But yeah, till then, that's what it's like with family, isn't it? And then a lot of times it's just time, isn't it? And then we end up reconnecting over time of people thinking to get to what down, or we want to ignore it. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of us do, and just move on, because a lot of things is, family's family and friends, and a lot of people fight and carry on because of $50 and little things, right? And little things shouldn't bother you, right? You go, what is this? You got to think in the end, is this $1,000? Is this all that goodness and times we had before? And we always should have up and downs. That's how we connect. Without them, if you just want to run off to someone else and try to connect there and run off and on all downers, you'll never really find anyone. You have to go through the ups and downs to truly connect in the end. But anyway, people, have a good one. Got someone making a racket. Sounds like a chainsaw or something like that. Oh no, it's someone trimming the front. There you go. Anyway, have a good one, and see you later. And you know what I mean by people who can thief and stuff like that, is they like to put cameras in people's houses and listening devices so they can create these illusions and problems to steal from people and annoy people. So how's that one for a theory, that I think that my neighbour's done such a thing, and every time I go to do something or go to leave, he leaves and he knows. Why is that? That's what I like to know. And then if I try to complain on this such a person, I get nowhere. Pretty strange, is it? Is he a spy, everybody? You understand? Look what's going on right now. But anyway, have a good one. He's already trimmed all his plants and done all that, but he comes up with these things. All these things just happen. We can put it down as a coincidence. But like I said, I'm a smart man, and I know a lot of things could happen. And so if it could happen, it might be happening until you get the answer. Isn't that true? Have a good one.